check this out, dude. Like, I think you told me ahead of time that you were gonna do a YouTube video with a guy who's got like an RV channel or like a camper van YouTube channel, and that channel, I don't know what it is now. It had 15,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And then you do this video where you gave a tour of the van that you were living in, legitimately living in it, and it's like
It,
it's almost 5 million views.
yes.
And I've had people come up to me and be like, dude, Wee Man's living in a van. And then, especially because I had a van. So it's just like, oh, how long were you living in the van?
I lived in it for 1 year. I actually got two during the time period that I lived in it. So the first one, when I went to go get one, when I realized I wanted to live in a van, they're like, well, it was back in September of 2018. And they're like, well, we can't build you one and have it done until July of next year. And I'm like, dude, I just sold my house and I'm kind of stuck. And I was living in a hotel for like 2 months. And so they're like, well, look on our website and see if someone's selling one used. And this was a Thursday afternoon. And I look on their website. I'm like, oh, that one's pretty rad. Let me call the dude. So I called the dude. And I go, hey, have you had any bites on your van? He's going, well, I got one guy, but he hasn't like come back. And I'm like, well, I'm going to be there Monday. He's in Arkansas. I go, I'm going to fly in Monday. I'm going to take you to lunch. And I want to see your van in person. He goes, all right, sounds good. And I'm like, well, don't sell it because I'm interested. And he goes, okay, sounds good. And he had no clue who I was.
That's how to get a shitty deal 101.
Yeah.
What?
That's how to get a shitty deal 101.
What do you mean?
Don't sell it. I'm interested. You know, like not like
Oh,
you wanna,
yeah.
you want to have like a poker face. And
He
be
added
like,
on
"Oh,
5 grand to the price just off that comment.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So
But then he had like a bro boner once I got there and he realized who I was.
right. Then he tacked on another 10.
The boner tax, dude.
So, I think you said something really interesting that, you said that I sold my house and now I'm kind of stuck.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like it sounded to me like you were like, dude, I sold my house. I'm moving to Canada. I'm going to live on a farm.
That's
And
what was
then,
first going to happen.
and then the plan fell through after
Yes.
you sold the house.
Yes, exactly what happened.
And so you're like, okay, so I'm not moving to Canada anymore. I changed my mind and I already sold my house. So
Yep.
now, is that why you decided that you wanted to live in a van?
Yeah, because in 2018, the real estate market was kind of high. And I knew I didn't want to buy in LA again. And I wanted to do something bigger. So I was like, fuck, what am I going to do? So I just started researching vans and I got stoked on the Mercedes Sprinter one. So I started checking them out. And I actually called my buddy who I knew wrapped them and did different things. And I'm like, what do you know about these? I need more info. And when I texted him, he actually sent me a photo. He was driving his. He's like, come by in the morning. I'll tell you all about them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I did my whole research before I went and got one.
Now, when you were living in the van for that whole year, like where would you typically most often sleep? Like where would you park it?
Mainly like campsites that like RVs would camp at.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was kind of sketched. I did I did quite a few times, like they would say Walmart parking lots.
Sure.
Yeah, and then like I did Flying J gas stations because in the morning you could go in and take a full shower and all that and get whatever you need. So I did those a few times. And then after a while I kind of got tired of wondering where I was. I had a toilet in my van
Uh-huh.
and I just hated taking a shit in it and then having to clean it out,
So funny.
I loved the luxury of having that, but I hated the cleaning part of it.
We've with this one, we've got a toilet right here. We piss in it, but we don't shit in it.
Yeah.
It's a compromise.
Yeah, no, I would do that all the time. Like I didn't care about that.
Yeah.
But every morning, you wake up every morning, you got to drop a deuce.
I know you do. You're the most regular guy I know. Like you drink your coffee and then that makes you shit every time, every morning.
That's not like you. You don't do that?
No.
I do that every morning.
Well, I don't know you as well as I know him.
Hey, did you ever have any crazy experiences like sleeping over at night? Some of these places in like the middle of America, like people knocking on your door,
No.
fucking. It was all pretty mellow.
He was pretty stealth.
Yeah, I was pretty stealth about it.
He had like a plain black.
Yeah, I wasn't like I didn't have the yeah dude logo on the side.
Magnets, fucking.
I didn't pull up. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't have your
Drones
face
following
on
them
it.
in and fucking.
That's so great.
So I was pretty stealth. I was.
Now, did you get the app on your phone called iOverlander, which is like GPS, and it just marks spots where you can get away with sleeping in your car overnight?
No, never got that. Everybody kept telling me to get it, and then people kept. I heard all kinds of apps, and I was just like, most of the time I would just say fuck it and just go somewhere, and I'd
Yeah.
kind of like figure out spots. But it was tough every morning trying to find a place. Like I'd be like, okay, I go to a coffee shop, get a coffee, and take a shit there, and then I'd kind of go from there.
Right.
Then I'd like figure out my day.
I mean, dude, like as a guy who's had a van, first had the little camper van, then I got this, big motorhome, which of course, for the people listening, we're in it right now. This is what I got. Ah!
Ta-da! That was a pretty good reveal.
Here, put the art back up.
How do you even put it up?
And stop knocking it down, Dick. Okay, so in any case, I had the camper van, and then I got this big motorhome for like podcasting and stuff. Dude, it's a gnarly move to actually commit to living in the van.
Yeah.
Like, I would never, I don't think, want to do that.
You know what it did? It humbled me. I totally got humbled from it, knowing that I could still survive with a minimal amount of things and still get to do what I wanted to do. Like for the first while, I seriously was traveling and hitting different skate parks, and I was loving that part of it. The only part I didn't like was I thought I could handle like every day I'm waking up, film it, do this, da da da. It gets old trying to do that when you're like, no, I just want to show up and I just want to skate. So
Yeah.
that was where, but it is living in it is very humbling because
Yeah.
you don't know what's right outside of you. And, you never know, one of the best experiences I had was I went to a campground in Sedona, Arizona, up in the hills. And so I came from like sunny Southern California, went up, and it was raining that night, and they said it was going to snow. And so I had a little fire. I was looking up at the mountains. I had a creek by me. And the next morning I woke up and I opened the side door and it's just snowing. And I'm like, this is the best life. I'm just sitting here having my cup of coffee,
Taking my shit.
Taking a shit in the creek.
taking a shit somewhere.
Yeah. Dude, that's killer.
Do you miss it?
Well, he's got a van now, so he
I
can
still
go.
have it. And my lady and I go all the time. We'll leave on little van excursions just for fun. She loves it too.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I won't get rid of this van. I will
Yeah.
always keep this van. Yeah. Just because I like getting away.
Get ready. This is going to be gnarly.
Pretty gnarly.
Kind of gnarly.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
What's up, Denver? Women can paint their boobs and show them on Instagram, so I figure I should be able to paint my dick and do whatever I want. Make some noise for my brother, Weeman! Are you ready?
Wait, let me inspect for crabs this time.
When my buddies lit that stuff, right away I knew I fucked up. I'm not doing this to hurt you, Dad.
You're gonna hurt me. You're gonna piss me off.